You are not dreaming. Ladies and gentlemen, right there on our screen is the one and the only legendary world champion, Christy, the coal miner's daughter, Martin.
There you go, Johnny. That makes me want to get back in there and rumble.
I know right now you want to punch people in the face. And what's going to happen is that I started a few minutes early, and so people are going to be punching me in the face a little bit later. But I wanted to make sure, Christy, that I got you on and that we had a chance to chat a little bit. I know we're going to hang out a little bit this weekend and everything, but I wanted to just get in a few words with you about, first of all, let's start out with the documentary, right? I got to talk a little bit about that on Netflix. My wife and I sat there and we watched that darn thing. And I'm telling you right now, my wife said, "Oh my God, what a newfound respect I have for her." She said that was a remarkable, remarkable story. I want to ask you though, was it like therapy for you?
I think that every time that I go out and talk to people and share my story, it's good for them. I hope that I'm doing good for the audience and the listeners and the people that I can touch, but it helps me every time, because every time that I speak and tell my story, usually something will come back to me that I'll remember. Oh, I forgot a little bit about this,
right.
And that works in two ways. Sometimes it's something that was really crappy that I remember.
Right.
And sometimes it was something that was, oh yeah, this was really awesome part of my career, my life. And then, you live back through that reflection. So it is definitely therapy, no doubt.
Yeah, but when I looked at it, look, the kind of questions I have about we're going to get into several little things here. I know you don't have a lot of time today, but I kind of look kind of on the underside of things. I just don't look at direct ABC questions. So I was kind of looking at it, but what did that experience teach you about trusting or perhaps not trusting people so much?
Yeah, Johnny, that trust is, oh my goodness, trust is earned, not given. And it's hard for me to find for people. It's hard in general. I mean, these days are so much different than they were even 30, 20 years ago, 10 years ago.
Right.
Used to, as you know, in my time and your time, you could shake hands and say, "This is what I'm going to do," and it was going to happen.
Right.
It's not like that anymore.
Right.
So it's just so hard to trust people. And then it's so hard to trust people enough to let someone get close to me. Because I'm always waiting for the other shoe to drop, as people say, or, what is their real agenda? Why do they even want to be friends with me? Or why do they want to be in my circle and try to be part of my promotion team? Or, it is trust it's hard to come by.
Well, does that make you more like, kind of a doer? You try to handle a lot of things yourself as opposed to trusting people to handle them for you?
For sure. I think that that's part of my downfall. I now want to let me just do it myself, and that way I know it's going to get done, and it's going to get done how I know it's going to get done, and how I want it to get done, and no one's going to twist it or turn it. This is what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to do. Because in the past, of course, Jim was putting twists on things that I didn't say, that I didn't do, and people, they just assumed because we were a couple and married that if he said I said it, he was telling the truth.
Right. Well, and that was probably just a kind of a chauvinist type of thing anyway. Unfortunately, we do not give the women, still don't, the respect that they deserve. You certainly had to witness stuff like that as a fighter, right? People were just like the guy, he was even saying that when he put you in the gym, he put you in there to get beat up, and trying to break your ribs and stuff like that, which was crazy, which showed kind of already the level of disrespect that was there for women.
He was the kind of guy that if you called him a male chauvinist and you didn't put pig behind it, he thought that was an insult.
Oh my God!
Chauvinist that you didn't say pig. He was just a hater. He was a hater on women. He was a hater on just the world, really. but he thought he was, the greatest. He thought he was the greatest boxing trainer. He thought he was the greatest promoter. He thought he was just the greatest person. And really, he was just a narcissist.
What do you think? What do you think about it? That was it your commitment to fighting that maybe got you so connected with him, or was it your, somewhere along the way you actually did fall for him and you had a connection of some kind, but was it more fighting than it was actually love?
For sure. I mean, I married boxing, not Jim Martin.
Oh.
I thought we did. I mean, I thought we were a team. So it was really more the team thing, and the boxing started to grow and get bigger and get with Don King and all that awesome stuff started to happen. Well, the more positive that happened, the tighter his grip on me got. It was it was tough. The personal and professional lives got so intertwined that I wasn't able to ever escape it.
So you see, and like you become like a domestic violence advocate today. And what is the message in getting trapped into a situation where somebody has full control of you like that, and you feel like you can't get out? What is your message to women?
There's always somebody out there that not just wants to help you, but can help you. It's hard because they, as in your abuser, they do a marvelous job of segregating, secluding, put walls around you, and no one is able, family, friends, can get through those walls to you. And they make themselves out to be the hero and the only person that cares about you, and the only person that loves you, and the only person that can do for you. That is so much their MO, that's their MO. That's how they're gonna go out. That's how they're gonna break you down and get you believing, and they do get you to believe this stuff, that it is only them that can save you, basically.
So it's a big psych job.
Absolutely. And they're good.
Right. One of the other things too I found kind of intriguing about the documentary, was that there was some talk about the LGBTQ, community and all of that. But what I find in you, and this is just me, you don't seem to wear a hat. You wear a domestic violence hat. Seem like you wear that hat, but you don't wear the LGBTQ community hat. Am I right about that? But it seems to me that your message is love is love. This is where I am. I move forward. But you tell me. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong.
You know what? The truth is, we just recently, we have all these proposals. We're going to do a feature film. A movie deal is about to be signed. And so as we talked about it, and that's one of the things they asked me, what do you want to get out there to people? What is important for this movie to you? I said, this movie is not about sexuality. It's really not about domestic violence. It's not just about, it's definitely not about boxing.
Right.
What it's about is that underdog story. You can have all these things happening in your life, and it seems like the weight of the world is on you. But if you keep fighting, you can make it.
Never give up.
Is the story. That is the message, and that is what I think is important. I mean, to me, that is number one. And as I speak with these different groups of movie people, that's what I tell them. I'm like, because some of them want to go at it with the sexuality, and some of them want to go at it with the boxing. And for sure, those two are not. They're not the most important part.
Right. Yeah, no doubt about it. I do want to, before we move past the Netflix documentary, is that the relationships that you had, with your mom, your dad. Your dad seemed, he's still around. They both are still around, right? He seemed really hurt by, I think, maybe not doing more. It seems like he carries a little weight. Am I right about that? Because I want to say this, Christy, because as a man, a part of me was kind of seeing that as anyway, that's my daughter, and I might be dead or in jail, right? So do you think he carries a little bit of a weight? Johnny Davis Live, real talk, real solutions.
You know what? He might, but the truth is, I don't feel like they should have done something until it was really at the very end. I never let anybody in my family or even really close friends know that there were issues, there were problems. But after being shot and stabbed, the day I got out of the hospital, they left and went back to West Virginia, and I was alone. I mean, Sherry was there with me, but I was alone,
Right.
and that's hurtful. But they didn't really know, and I don't even know that I was at the point that I could have listened to what somebody said and made a change.
Right.
You have to be ready to do that. You have to be ready to do that, and I did it on my time. I did it on my schedule. I did what I felt like I had to do, and that was go back and face him, because I knew all along if I didn't, I had to live through or die with whatever he was going to do.
Right.
And God is good.
Well, that one line that you said at the end, I'm going to allow you to say that right here. I want to hear it.
He was beating me, and at the first when the attack started, I didn't care, live or die. I really did not care. I thought I was ready to die.
Right.
But somewhere, the West Virginia in me, the switch flipped, and I told him, motherfucker, you cannot kill me. And I meant it just like the sun came up this morning. I mean, he would have had to shot me in the head, cut me. I don't know. He would have had to really.
Right. He was definitely trying. He was definitely trying to take that. Is he still in prison?
Yes.
He's still in prison.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Good. That's probably where he needs to stay for a minute.
Yeah.
But Christy, that is so awesome. Listen, if any of you out there has not seen it, it's the untold story. Is it called Dance with the Devil? What is it called?
It's called Untold Story, but Deal with the Devil is my particular version, or my particular episode.
Right.
Deal with the Devil, and it is definitely Deal with the Devil.
I mean, the guy was mean. He was mean. I hate to say it. He just, I have so many emotions about what I was looking at in that movie and all, especially being a fighter. But I know we don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to move on to the next one here. Let's talk a little bit about quickly. I'm going to do it in a synopsis about your boxing career, okay? Right, so again, it's not ABC. But I want you to talk about, to kind of sum up your career, first with the good. What was good about your boxing career?
My boxing career, it was all good, really. I mean,
Christy.
It was. I got on that Mike Tyson train, promoted by Don King, fighting on Showtime, fighting on HBO. Really felt like I went to the top of the mountain of the boxing world. I got to fight in Madison Square Garden. I fought all over Vegas, Caesars Palace, Mandalay Bay, MGM Grand, all those places. I fought on cards with legends, Hall of Famers.
You did.
Tyson, Holyfield, Chavez, Trinidad. Yeah. Wow. I mean, Tommy Hearns, Roberto Duran.
Remind me to touch your hand just one more time.
I
just got to touch your hand, Christy.
I was so blessed. Blessed, and it's hard when I try to talk about, in the front of the camera, and the public life was good. I mean, it looked as though I was on top of the world, and I'm not publicly. I was, and professionally, I was. But privately, I mean, I was in hell, and But boxing was good. Boxing was good to me. I feel like I was good to boxing. I tried to bring action and excitement every time I got in the ring. I fought all the people that were there to fight, and I think it's 7 Hall of Fames now, and it's all good.
I thought it was interesting how Laila, and I like Laila. I mean, she's, I like a great lady, and we talked about her in the past and everything. But it was, while she was laughing about, I can't believe she wants to fight me. It's kind of like laughable. But the guts that you had in fighting a giant, she was so much bigger than you, right? And I thought that was just so interesting. And she's a class act, I think, overall, and stuff like that. And she's getting into it. Let me ask you a question about that. It's a little talk about her fighting the current women's champion, the boxing champion. I'm talking about Clarissa Shields.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
I don't think it'll happen. But Laila's too big, too strong, and she's a lot younger than I am, so she's still young, and she'll get herself back in shape. And Clarissa Shields can't fight backing up.
Are you sitting here telling me that Laila Ali can beat Clarissa Shields today?
Today, every day, and twice on Sunday.
Oh my goodness! Really?
Yep.
Oh my God! Well, Clarissa Shields is a little beast now. I think so.
My mother told me this a long, long time ago. And you know what? You probably know what I'm about to say. My mother says, if you don't have anything good to say about somebody, don't say anything. So there you go.
I say that all the time. I say that all the time. No, that is awesome. Well, I just want to, what would you say the biggest lesson overall that you learned in your boxing career?
I think the lesson that I learned is that to be dedicated to whatever it is that you choose to do, whether it be boxing or a sport or a business, you have to decide that this is what I'm going to do. You have to work hard and make it happen. You know, it's determination. It's the 3 Ds: dedication, determination, and discipline. And then no matter what you do, whether it's a sporting event or business or, you know, whatever you choose.
But you're a promoter today, and I could ask you a ton of questions. Before I ask you the question about the promotions business, and you and I had some private conversations on that, I do want to ask you about what does it feel like to have fought your wife? What kind of arguments must you guys get into, and you still say, "Hey, I'll kick your ass"?
No. You know what? It is a little crazy, but it is, honestly, it is something that I at all costs try to avoid talking about. And when someone, I mean, she's not here now, so I can talk to you about it. When someone brings it up and we're together, I'm like, please don't bring it up.
She's gonna feel some type of way.
Oh, yeah. She's strong. If anybody really watched my career, they can look back and see that fight is the only fight in my entire career that I boxed somebody. Oh. I mean, I stayed on the outside. Right. I threw combinations. I moved. I did not go straight at her. She's too big and too strong. And so, you know, I actually had to use my brain to win that fight.
Yeah. It was beautiful, though. It was beautiful. But I just kind of read in her, because I talk about my career sometimes, and I think, you know, there's still some fights I wish I could wind back. I could take back and do that all over again and stuff like that. Okay, so today you're a promoter and becoming probably one of the top promoters in the country, because you're all over the place. You're doing a great job, by the way.
Thank you. We're trying to stay busy, but, you know, now we've hooked up with AK Promotions, and we're going to be live streaming this show from Myrtle Beach Saturday, November 20th.
Yeah, thanks for stepping up, Christy.
There we go. You know, we got to do what we got to do, and let's make this happen. And I know boxing is not what you usually have on your platform, but I don't know why not. You know, I don't know why we can't make this a good marriage and take it forever, you know, from here on. And let's see what happens. I think I have a good card. I have Tony Aguilar from Crescent City, Florida, my fighter, that's going to be headlining the show. We have Vernelli Felis, who's making his pro debut. He's a 7-time national champion. Excited. This guy has so much personality and so much charisma. I cannot wait to see him fight. The card is loaded. We have DeMichael Harris. He's from over in Atlanta. So he has a big group coming over. He's in a tough fight. He's fighting this kid, Julio Gomez, also from Georgia. Okay. So, I mean, the card is stacked. We have, we actually lost 2 fights, Johnny Davis. You know how that works. So we're down to, we're going to have 12 bouts. And it's going to be action-packed. We have a couple of heavyweight fights on. We have a kid from Nigeria that's not a kid. He's coming over. He's like 23-2, I think. Wow. And I can't even start to tell you how to pronounce his name, but I call him OE. That's pretty simple. You know, it's going to be a great night of fights. So anybody in the Myrtle Beach area, buy a ticket, come be on the scene. But if you can't be on the scene, be on the screen and watch.
Hey, that's what I say. AK Promotions Network and streaming, bro. We're going to be doing our thing there with Mr. Derek Reeves, no doubt about it. I noticed you did have a woman on the card. Is she still fighting?
I do actually have 2 female bouts on the card. I have Destiny Jones, she's 1-0. She just signed with Christy Promotions. And she's going to be fighting a local challenger that is nothing but tough as nails. So she's in a fight. The opponent is Shaniqua Frazier. We have Miranda Reyes coming from Houston, Texas, also, and she's fighting Camille Kaysen, another tough fighter.
Right.
So I'm excited. We have 2 females on the show. I catch a lot of shit for not putting female fights on.
That's what I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. Do you have like maybe a special kinship to women fighting and maybe wanting to promote them a little bit more?
I promote fights.
I get it, but you're also a woman.
You're right, but it doesn't matter to me. You know what? If I find the right female fighter that can fight, that can put butts in the seats and really bring excitement, I'm all about it. But so far, and I think Destiny Jones might be that piece that I've been missing and looking for. She's only had 1 fight, but she brings a lot of action. She's excited. She throws good shots. She's got some power. We'll see. We're going to move her. We're not going to baby her. We're going to move her right along and see what happens.
Exactly right. And I know as we wind down here, what happened to the Donnie guy that you had? You were promoting him. I think he went to that next fight. I think he lost that fight.
Yeah, we had at that time we were trying to work with Donnie Marshall, and he stepped up and he took a tough fight with the future champion Sebastian Fundora, and he was stopped early. I don't think he was mentally prepared. When you get on that big stage, it's different than when you fight in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I'm sorry, everybody can say it's a ring. It doesn't matter where it is. The ring dimensions are the same. The gloves are the same. No, it's not. Because when you walk into the MGM Grand or you walk into Madison Square Garden, it is different.
But do you have aspirations to do things up in Vegas? And Vegas is the capital of fighting,
It's definitely the fight capital of the world. And I would love to see Christy Martin Promotions get to that level, but right now we're just looking for a really, really exciting young fighter that we can put our hat on, and you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Well, listen,
I never expected to fight in those places, so who knows? Anything can happen.
Yes, it can. Yes, it can, and it will. I can assure you that. As we wind down, tell people about where the weigh-in is going to be, and I think they're going to be at Raymond's, Damon's, something like that.
So we have Damon's Bar and Grill that's just beside the Crown Reef Resort here in Myrtle Beach, just right there. And we're going to have the weigh-in at 5:00 tomorrow, which will be Friday. Okay. And then doors open at 5. Fights start at 6 on Saturday. Okay, awesome. Where can they get tickets? They can get tickets at eventbrite.com. You can get tickets locally from Beast Boxing, or you can, if you have my cell phone number, just give me a call and I'll hook you up. No, for sure. Why? Final question. Why should people come out and see this event? People should come out and support this event because it's a great boxing event in Myrtle Beach. In order for us to keep coming back, we need to have some local support. But it's so much young talent. That's going to be that talent that you're tuning into Showtime to see in a couple more months or maybe next year. Right. So come support them now while they're young, so they keep that hunger. They want to keep fighting and want to keep improving and getting better and reaching the stars. Awesome. Christy, I just want to say on a personal level, you are such an inspiration to so many women out there and men and just everybody in general about the meaning of never giving up. And I appreciate you for being so humble. From day one, you and I started talking. We've been talking throughout the times and everything. And now we're working together a little bit to hopefully we can move forward for something even bigger and greater. Because that's my aspiration. You want to talk about Showtime, HBO, you want to talk about Vegas, you want to talk about whatever. And let me put it like this. Whatever UFC is to MMA, that's what I want to be for Muay Thai kickboxing. I love boxing, but I'll let you do the boxing part, and I'll just be a tag along, right? And I'll do what I do. But I think we can continue to develop something great. Hopefully, we can just keep helping each other. Absolutely. Christy Martin, the coal miner's daughter. Ladies and gentlemen, there she is. Thanks so much for being on the show today, Christy. Thank you, Johnny. See you tomorrow. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you saw it right there for yourself, the one and the only Miss Christy Martin. She is the coal miner's daughter. But I tell you, today, she has her hands full as one of the top promoters in the country. I mean, she's an outstanding individual. A lot of just strength and courage that she shows and has. And I think there's something that people can learn from. Study that woman. She has a lot of good stuff going on in her life today. And to have come back from what she's come back from is absolutely amazing. But this weekend, guys, she's going to be in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Mayhem.
in Myrtle. It's going to be awesome at the Crown Reef Conference Center. It's going to be starting on Saturday, right? Doors open, I think, at 5 o'clock. You want to definitely come out, get your tickets. Tickets also, I'm sure, will be sold at the door. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We will be streaming that event on our AK Promotions live streaming network. And I hope you guys will check that out. You can go there right now at akpromotions.org. Right, and you can actually see the link that's already there for our broadcasting. You know what? Mr. Derek Reams does such a great job, right, at, setting everything up, making sure we get good camera angles and lighting, and he has a good commentary crew there with Miss Christy Martin's group. So it's going to be a fun time. There's going to be some great interviews. Sure, I'll probably be on the microphone a little bit interviewing some people and things like that. So it is going to be a fun time. You need to either get your tickets or either buy your pass for the live streaming. Go right now to akpromotions.org. It's going to be a great event, Mayhem in Myrtle, this Saturday, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks so much again, Miss Christy Martin, for being on the show. I mean, what an honor, guys. She is an awesome lady. All right, so I'm going to move right on to a couple of more things, and then I'm going to be signing out of here. So obviously, I will not have a show on tomorrow, because I'm going to be handling some things. And of course, I'm going to be on the road. Want to remind everyone about the upcoming IKF Georgia Classic. Registration is going on right now. You definitely want to be a part of that event, wherever you live, internationally or whatever. It doesn't matter. You want to be a part of that event. It's men, women, and juniors in full contact fights, guys. It's in the ring. It's going to be the weekend of January 14th through the 16th in Columbus, Georgia at the Columbus Convention Center. What a great event we're looking forward to having. This will be our second annual event. So if you got men, you got women, you got juniors, right, and they want to fight in full contact action, that is the place to be that weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. akpromotions.org. Get registered. Now listen, let me tell you a couple of things that's going on. On Monday, right, registration is going to go up a little bit. So get in before Monday. And then on Thanksgiving Day, that's going to be the last day that you're going to be able to open a division. So if you don't see a division for you, register right now, open up that division, and you'll have 3 other people that can fall in. That can assure you that you're in the tournament. After Thanksgiving, it's only going to be the divisions. It must be about 35 or 40 divisions there now that you can enter in. Right, but that's going to be it. Please don't ask. After that, no, we won't open anymore. We try to get the word out to let you know. Open your division right now. It's going to be a lot of fun. The IKF, second annual IKF Georgia Muay Thai and Kickboxing Classic, January 14th through the 16th in Columbus, Georgia at the Columbus Convention Center. Get your team there. By the way, we also will have the PKB, the Point Muay Thai and Kickboxing Sparring Tournament will also be there. A lot of people already registering for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be on Saturday morning, on the morning of the 15th. On that Saturday, we'll be in another ballroom area. So we're going to have the PKB semi-contact. People already registered, men, women, children, juniors. That's a semi-contact event. There are no knockouts in the PKB, right? But it's a lot of fun, nice awards and all of that. We have a PKB Grand Championship belt as well. So it's a reason for you to be a part of this event, and really a reason to bring your entire team. We certainly want to hope that you are going to be a part of the IKF Georgia Classic. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so moving right along, guys. I think that's pretty much all I have for you today. I wanted to make sure that everybody got a chance to, see Miss Christy Martin. What an awesome lady. And I hope you'll enjoy, when you get a chance, go back and look at that entire interview, man. She had a lot of good things to say. As always, guys, I want to thank you for watching yet another edition of Johnny Davis Live. I also want you to make sure that you always respect each other. Always. Forward march. This is Johnny Davis Live, and I'll see you tomorrow in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, along with Mr. Derek Reams, for our live streaming at Miss Christy Martin's boxing event that's going to happen on Saturday. Hey, I'm checking out. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.